of your story.
Thank you.
Can you get into the things that you witnessed as a child?
First, I want to say that my life is really good now. My recovery, though, was from child trafficking. My parents were my pimps. They prostituted me. They took child of me. And they also, some of the abuse would be considered by some people satanic ritual abuse. The things that were done to me are done to other children and included being placed in a coffin with a corpse.
It wasn't just any corpse.
It was my sister. My sister died when I was 9 and she was 11. And she was the person in the family I could trust. We couldn't trust our parents. Mm-hmm. And so I had some memory of thinking she was the lucky one because she died. She had brain cancer. She died in a hospital. She was not murdered, but then her body was taken to our church, and I was there. It was in the middle of the night or wee hours of the morning, and they made me watch while they mutilated my sister's body. They put a knife in my hand, and I've wondered, like, how did they get me to do that? And I really felt guilty that I had cut my sister's body, but really, my dad just said, do it, and I did it. I mean, that's just how it was.
Well, he gave you plenty of reasons to fear him.
Oh yeah, so many reasons to fear him. Before I went to kindergarten, we had a cat that had kittens. And so, we loved the little kittens. And they made us stand at the side of the house while they, in a ritualistic way, killed our kittens. They threw the kitten at the house, and they had water there to drown kittens. I mean, these were several different kittens, but we had to stand for a long time watching our kittens die. And then they said the same thing will happen to you if you tell about the abuse.
And you blocked these memories out for
until I was 37. So when I was first remembering my abuse, I kept having this image of my body as an adult being thrown at a wall, and I couldn't understand what that was about. But eventually I realized it was the kittens being thrown at a wall. I experienced another ritualistic event, was witnessing a Black man being murdered on a cross. Yeah, I was about 8 years old, being in my dad's station wagon, my mom and dad in front, and I call him Dr. D, in the back seat with me. And then we went to this shack out in the country, and the man let us into his house. There were 2 women, and there was another little girl who was just my size. The man knew my father. He let us in, and then when he did, a gun was pointed at his head. And then the man was put, tied to the cross, and a gun was held at my head, a gun was held at the little girl's head. And then 8mm camera, it was my mom, took footage of it. And apparently the kind of people who like to see films of Black men being murdered also like to see little girls without clothes on, because I was made to do something to that man while he was on the cross. My God. He was told that if he would go along with it and pretend to die willingly like Jesus Christ did, that the little girl wouldn't be killed. And so he did. But then as soon as he died, as soon as his last breath, then the gun went off and the little girl was killed.
And the gun was at your head as well?
There was a gun at my head, but it was taken away at that point, and I was told, to leave. My mom grabbed my hand. I was supposed to leave because they set the shack on fire. And so I remember that I did not want to leave with the bad people. I wanted to stay with the good people and die. I knew I would die. The women were tied up in the kitchen area of it, and one of the women called out to me and said, "Little girl, you go and you tell what happened."